What if I told you that the technology powering your phone, your computer, even the AI you use today, started in just 2 months, in 1956? In a small conference, almost no one remembers. Most people think AI is new, but the seeds were planted decades ago. And the story of its birth is stranger than fiction. This is the story of the forgotten birth of artificial intelligence. The people, the experiments, and the ideas that shaped the future before the world even knew it. It was the summer of 1956. The world was still recovering from World War II. Nations rebuilt cities, economies, and minds, but some visionaries looked further, toward machines that could think. Computers existed, but they were massive, room-sized machines. They filled entire floors, required teams to operate, and could barely store a few thousand numbers. Only a handful of people truly understood their potential. In Hanover, New Hampshire, at Dartmouth College, a small group of scientists gathered. Their mission? To explore an audacious question. Could machines think like humans? Imagine, for a moment, working with a machine that has no programming language, no internet, and no precedent. They had only ideas, curiosity, and a vision. Impossible? Maybe. But they tried anyway. The team included brilliant minds: John McCarthy, Marvin Minsky, Claude Shannon, and a few others. They believed that, in just one summer, they could lay the foundation for intelligent machines. One of their boldest proposals? A machine that could learn algebra by itself without instructions from humans. It sounded like science fiction. Many colleagues laughed, some thought it was absurd, but they persisted. The Dartmouth conference was small, informal, no press, no fanfare, just a room of people dreaming about the impossible. They discussed, debated, argued, and wrote proposals. They envisioned machines that could play games, solve problems, and learn from experience. Their early experiments were humble. Some machines could barely play checkers, some could solve simple algebra problems. Most programs failed miserably, producing errors that made the scientists groan. Yet within these failures were tiny sparks of success. A machine solved one equation correctly. Another followed a simple logic pattern. These small victories were seeds for something far greater, even if no one at the time fully realized it. This was the first taste of what we now call artificial intelligence. The experiments were messy, human, and imperfect, but they were alive with curiosity and possibility. Progress was slow, funding was scarce, computers were limited, and expectations were high. By the late 1970s and early 1980s, the field experienced what became known as the AI winter. Many projects were abandoned, and some researchers left the field. Yet even during these years, the foundational ideas persisted. Concepts like symbolic reasoning, neural networks, and machine learning continued to develop quietly. The seeds planted at Dartmouth were never forgotten. They waited for the right technology and the right minds. Fast forward to today, the algorithms that power Google, ChatGPT, and self-driving cars all trace their roots back to that summer at Dartmouth. The ideas of McCarthy, Minsky, and Shannon are still alive, hidden in the software and hardware we use daily. Their curiosity and persistence became the backbone of the modern AI revolution. Every time you interact with a recommendation system, a smart assistant, or even a chatbot, You're witnessing the echo of those early experiments. The story of AI's birth is not just history. It is a reminder that the future is built on curiosity, imagination, and persistence. If you want to explore more forgotten stories of technology and understand how today's innovations came to be, subscribe to Eltron. The future is waiting, and it all started here.
Altro.